Sounds good, Dad.
Ring out like thunder's cry. Shadows fade where dreams defy. Footsteps echo on the stone. Climbing paths, I claim my throne. The roar of crowd shakes the ground. Faces blur, the pulse profound. A spark ignites a fire untamed. In the chaos, I'm unchained. Spotlights blaze, my moment calls. I stand unbroken through the falls. The summit's near, the air unstand. This is the place where I began. Steel in my veins, the night's my shield. Every wound a scar revealed. Sweat and blood paint the battleground. Every heartbeat a battle sound. Above the clouds where eagles soar, I'll write my name forevermore. Each whisper fades, each shout erase. I am the storm, I can't be changed. Spotlights blaze, my moment calls. I stand unbroken through the bells ring out like thunder's cry. Shadows fade where dreams defy.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to UCW Overdrive. We took a week off, but we are back and better than ever. I've got some things on the YouTube you guys are going to have to wait till tomorrow to see, but the experience is a little bit better, I will not lie. I think that it's going to add a little bit of a lot of bit to the shows. Ladies and gentlemen, to start us off, we've got Ricky Thomas taking on Georgie Stubbs for the Continental Championship. And then Carl Hammett, Aaron Gray, and Jeremy Pierce will be going at it in a triple threat Extreme Rules match. Jake Saturn takes on Andrew Johnson for the Fighting Spirit Championship. And then Amy Cooper takes on Sora in a normal rules matchup. And then Sammy Lee takes on the current UCW Women's Overdrive Champion, Linda Suzuki. And to end it all off, we've got Adam Thomas versus Nolan Omega. Without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, let's get into the action. If you are on TikTok, make sure to come check us out on Twitch. That is where you'll be able to see gameplay and be able to see all of the good bits. And there it is, the UCW Overdrive Arena, ladies and gentlemen. There are a few new additions. A couple of things have been added. I did not just take a week off. I took a week to upgrade and make things look better. You can see we've got branding and stuff like that over on the barricade. A different flooring. Not sure how I feel about the wood planks, but I kind of like it. Just a tad. Nice little red carpet on the ramp as Ricky, the Dark Horse Thomas, makes his way down to the ring. UCW debut for a championship. Some might say it's rigged, and damn it, it might be. Little known secret around UCW, Ricky Thomas, the father of Adam Thomas. This man looks hyped up and ready to go, ready to make his debut. Sure, he's gonna show out. But ladies and gentlemen, up next we've got none other than the current and reigning UCW Continental Champion. Ladies and gentlemen, Georgie Stubbs makes his way down to the ring. The logo's missing. Yeah, that's happening to a lot of people, sadly. The logo is missing. Ladies and gentlemen, if you are on TikTok, make sure to come check us out on Twitch. That is where you'll be able to see the gameplay of UCW, our completely custom eFed. Do I watch wrestling? Yes, I watch wrestling. I actually watched Evolution last night. That was a really good show. What were your thoughts? Georgie Stubbs fired up, ready to defend this championship against somebody who has not proved anything in UCW this far. Yeah, Seth being injured sucks, man. I can't lie. He's one of my favorite on the roster at the moment, and him hurting his knee at a Saturday night main event kind of blows. Yeah, he should be definitely coming out like Stone Cold with the knee braces on. I can see that, and I agree. That's not a bad point for sure. Ladies and gentlemen, the announcer is getting the crowd in order for the first matchup of the evening. Georgie Stubbs looking down at his championship for what could be the last time. Something tells... This ring feels a little bit bigger now. Not sure why. Continental Championship up in the air. Ricky Thomas looking across the ring from Georgie Stubbs. Ladies and gentlemen, the bell rings. The match begins. This is a false count anywhere match, as I said in the announcement and in the description. Ladies and gentlemen, big shoulder tackle does not go through. Georgie Stubbs stays up on his feet. Big forearm across the back of Ricky Thomas. Ricky Thomas does not go completely down, though. Catches him with a big kick to the body. Georgie Stubbs pushes him off. Ricky Thomas keeps coming back. And a huge kick to the head lays him down. Georgie Stubbs working on the arms of the Dark Horse now. Stomping down on his hand and drops the knee down as well. Georgie Stubbs proving how he won that championship 2 weeks ago. Huge punch to the face. Meets him with an elbow. But Ricky Thomas is still not doing enough to keep Georgie Stubbs down, it looks like. Catches him with a big punch. And another chop across the body. He catches Georgie Stubbs. Not quick enough. Down onto his knee. He missed him. Okay. Georgie Stubbs, nope, still in control. Big headbutt to the back of the head of the Dark Horse. He caught him with that punch, but Georgie Stubbs is still not going down. Catches him again. Huge clothesline, lays out Ricky Thomas. He's going for the cover. 2. Only a count of 2. Throws him into the ropes. Big kick to the face. He stomps down on his knee as well. Stomps down, he drops the knee. I don't know what I'm thinking. Ricky Thomas fighting back, throws him down. Working the legs of Georgie Stubbs now. Getting him down onto his back has been a problem for Ricky Thomas in this match. So maybe targeting the legs will help. Big punch to the face. Georgie Stubbs. Throws him over the ropes. Georgie Stubbs makes his way out of the ring. Ricky Thomas has got him by the throat. Throws him down. Big kick to the side of the head as well. He takes him down once again. Working the knee of Georgie Stubbs. Ricky Thomas seems hell-bent on taking his opponent out. and he knows that his legs are the first place to start. The base is definitely where you want to go. Chop that tree down, Ricky. Back into the ring we go. Ricky Thomas seems to be a little bit more in control than he was when this match went outside. Clothesline into the corner and then an elbow. Thomas rolls him over, going for a cover on Georgie Stubbs. 2. Only a count of 2. Ricky Thomas not able to put Stubbs away yet. 2 big punches to the face, and he catches him by the neck. Drops him down. We thought he was going to go for a choke slam. That is not how it turned out. And a kick to the body as well. Adam Thomas catches him with a huge punch. Elbows to the head from Georgie Stubbs. He's got him up. The legislature. He's going for a cover. Only a count of 2. Ricky Thomas still in this one. He makes his way up to his feet because Georgie Stubbs wants him there. Over his head, Georgie Stubbs throws Ricky Thomas back down onto his belly. Now stomps onto his back. Stubbs not giving his opponent any time at all to put anything together. Down off the ropes. Going for a cover. 1, 2. Only a count of 2. Ricky Thomas kicks out. Georgie Stubbs seems very confused on how that was a knot to put him away. Big reversal, elbow to the face. Georgie Stubbs. Ricky Thomas was able to get out of that one. Into the ropes. Catches him with a huge boot to the face. Going for the cover, Ricky Thomas. Only a count of 1. Georgie Stubbs gets out. And another big kick to the leg. The plan of Ricky Thomas might be coming together. Huge headbutt to the top of the head of Georgie Stubbs. And then he drops the big elbow down. That seems to have stunned Georgie. He's going underneath the ring. Sledgehammer comes out. Drops it down on his body. Georgie Stubbs making his way to his feet on the outside apron of the ring. Ricky Thomas slowly waiting for him. Catches him with a big elbow to the face. Stubbs makes his way back in. Ricky Thomas, big punch to the gut. Throws him into the ropes, not quick enough. Georgie Stubbs runs into him. Able to get out of the way of that big punch. Into the ropes. Georgie Stubbs slams him down on his back. Now dropping the hammer down onto him once again. Ricky Thomas standing up in the corner. Georgie Stubbs still got him, throws him into the corner. He's going to go into that turn, but into the ring post. Ricky Thomas. Georgie Stubbs now stomping down on his opponent. Catches him with a huge clothesline. Ricky Thomas seems fired up, like he might have caught a second wind. Over his back, the much larger opponent. Ricky Thomas slams him down. Going for the cover. 1, 2, 3. Ricky Thomas is your new Continental Champion, ladies and gentlemen. I don't think anybody expected Georgie Stubbs to not walk out with the Continental Championship except for Ricky Thomas. But Ricky Thomas pulled it off, and he's got the gold to prove it. Next up, ladies and gentlemen, on UCW Overdrive, we've got Carl Hammett of the Grapple Division, Aaron Gray of the Next Generation, and Jeremy Pierce of the North. Tinkleberry 5258, what's good, homie? This is an Extreme Rules match to represent the tag team division. GG, I'll be back. Sounds good. Making their way to the ring first, ladies and gentlemen, we've got Carl Hammett representing the grapple division. Forgot to cut my webcam. We have scheduled technical difficulties around here, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you understand. Carl Hammett goes over the top rope, very fired up, ready to go. This man seems to think that his team is on top of the tag team division, looking to prove it by taking out 2 other opponents representing their own teams. Our next contestant, ladies and gentlemen, making their way down to the ring as Carl Hammett awaits is Aaron Gray. This man right here representing the next generation, and not just the next generation of talent, that's actually the name of his team. Aaron Gray, always been the talkative, more loud-mouthed member of the next generation, looking to prove why they are the best. But ladies and gentlemen, it is important to know that none of these men are tag team champions. That title belongs to the Clique. Surely a win in this match will prove the eligibility of one of these opponents' teams. I used a big word there, and I didn't even stutter. Is that a good thing or a bad thing for the stream? I don't know. Does that mean that's the one thing I'm going to get out clearly? Jeremy Pierce, representing the North, ladies and gentlemen, makes his way down to the ring. This man right here, pound for pound, probably one of the best grapplers in the entire UCW Overdrive roster. So obviously the competition with the grapple division is real. Sorry, I almost choked on my own saliva. Jeremy Pierce, the final contestant in this match, seems very ready, very focused. Ladies and gentlemen, all 3 of these men with something to prove here tonight. And this match is now underway. Aaron Gray catches a huge Hurricane Rana from Jeremy Pierce. Carl Hammett takes him down with a neck breaker. Stomping down on the back of the head. Hammett misses that clothesline on Aaron Gray. Aaron Gray catches him with a big kick. Now a combo to follow it up. Flipping him over. Grabbing him by the head while he does it. That is some impressive strength from the young man. Huge punch to the face. Aaron Gray drops him down on his knee. Carl Hammett not looking good early on. Off the middle rope, huge drop kick connects. Throwing him into the corner. Aaron Gray takes out Pierce early on. By the back of the head, he's working him into the turnbuckle. Huge clothesline to the knee of Aaron Gray from Carl Hammett. He picks him up and drops him down. Jeremy Pierce went on a little bit of a roller coaster ride with that one. Hammett, huge knee to the head of Aaron Gray. He's going for another one. Knees to the head should be illegal here in UCW, at least on Overdrive. Save that shit for Breakdown. Pierce takes him out. Going for the cover. Only a count of 2. Carl Hammett able to escape from that one. Aaron Gray picking right up where he left off. Big neck breaker to Jeremy Pierce. And huge punches from Carl Hammett. Bust open Jeremy Pierce. He rolls out of the ring looking for some type of safety while Hammett is focused on Aaron Gray now, throwing him around the ring. Drops the elbow down as well. Jeremy Pierce now with a steel chair. Aaron Gray going for the roll-up cover. Only a count of 2. Ladies and gentlemen, if you are on TikTok, be sure to come join us on Twitch. That is where you'll be able to see the gameplay and get the full experience. Jeremy Pierce catches him with a big slap. Aaron Gray went for a big sledgehammer shot and missed. Jeremy Pierce got caught by that sledgehammer. Aaron Gray, the only man standing. He's got him, throws him into the ring. Carl Hammett, steel chair in hand, gets caught by a big punch from Aaron Gray. He's got him by the head, but Aaron Gray fighting out. Jeremy Pierce with that kendo stick. He caught Carl Hammett in the face. Neck breaker from Carl Hammett lays out Jeremy Pierce. He rolls him over. He's got Aaron Gray, flips him down, going for the cover. Aaron Gray is laid out. Jeremy Pierce breaks up the pin. Takes the legs out from underneath him. Aaron Gray goes over the top rope. Jeremy Pierce now in the line of sight of Carl Hammett. Catches him, slams him down on his back. Aaron Gray is not fast enough with that steel chair. Carl Hammett, he's got him by the body, flips him over. Aaron Gray rolls out of the ring, so does Carl Hammett. Carl Hammett does it of his own volition though. He goes over the steel steps. Aaron Gray was pumping himself up, got caught by a huge forearm to the face. Jeremy Pierce, big kendo stick across the body. He stomps down on the arm, throws the kendo stick in the face of Carl Hammett. Big kick to the gut. Hammett's got Jeremy Pierce. Big power bomb down. He lays him out. Aaron Gray, not fast enough. Carl Hammett still gets to him first. Bounces his head off the apron. He's going underneath the ring. What destruction is he looking to cause? Throws the table down on him. Jeremy Pierce trying to clear house, throwing all of his opponents around, stomping down on his back. Big punch to the face from Jeremy Pierce, showing his main signs of offense early on in this match. He's got him by the back, drops him down. Carl Hammett throwing Aaron Gray to the outside. Sorry, just checking to make sure that we're all live and good where we're supposed to be. Jeremy Pierce with a trash can now on the other side of the ring. Aaron Gray's got Carl Hammett. Jeremy Pierce caught both men with huge kicks. He does it again. Trash can still in hand. Takes out Aaron Gray. Throws Jeremy Pierce into the barricade. Aaron Gray working the arm of Jeremy Pierce on the outside while Carl Hammett is just getting himself lit in the middle of the ring. He's got him by the back, drops him down on his shoulders. Jeremy Pierce, not fast enough. Aaron Gray fighting out. Throwing Aaron Gray out of the way. Huge elbow to the face from from Carl Hammett. Jeremy Pierce down onto the apron, falling off the side. That man went limp. Slides the table underneath the ropes. It's in the ring. Aaron Gray, now the one with the trash can. He throws it in. Carl Hammett seems to be distracted. Jeremy Pierce comes in behind him. Off the ropes, drop kick misses. Aaron Gray down onto his back. Jeremy Pierce catches him, big drop kick. The table's getting set up. Carl Hammett makes his way over, catches him with big punches to the face. Jeremy Pierce is dazed and confused against that table. That just ended though. Jeremy Pierce flips over. He's able to get out of the way. Carl Hammett was surely thinking he needed to go through that table. Aaron Gray catches him, kendo stick across the back. Jeremy Pierce, big slaps to the chest. Steel chair back in play, across the body. Aaron Gray taking a big impact from that steel chair from Jeremy Pierce. Pierce wants him up on his feet. Carl Hammett has other plans, throws him into the ropes. Misses him, catches him by the leg instead. Jeremy Pierce, big elbow to the head. He wants Hammett back up on his feet. Big kick to the gut. Flips him over. Hammett's got Aaron Gray by the throat, catches him with a huge punch to the gut. Aaron Gray went flying. Big kick to the gut, he fights back. Aaron Gray, he couldn't get Hammett up. Hammett's going for a cover. Only a count of one. Jeremy Pierce breaks it up. Huge elbow to the face from Jeremy Pierce to Carl Hammett. He's going for the cover. 2. Only a count of 2. Carl Hammett able to get out. Aaron Gray gets caught by the ladder. This does not look good for any of these men. Jeremy Pierce on the outside. He's grabbing another trash can, I'd assume. Jeremy Pierce drops the knee down. Hammett makes his way back in. Aaron's in the corner just trying to get a little bit of rest. Only a count of 2 thus far. That's how it stays. Carl Hammett not able to end this one. Catches Aaron Gray before he goes through the table and slams him down on his shoulders. He's got Jeremy Pierce once again. Flips him over, down onto the ladder. It's a whole lot of damage to the legs of Jeremy Pierce. He had a kendo stick in hand, but he decides to just go for the cover on Aaron Gray. Jeremy Pierce dazed and confused on his feet. Aaron Gray has fallen. Ladies and gentlemen, your winner is Carl Hammett. With that win, next week, Grapple Division will go at it against the North for a #1 contendership opportunity for the UCW World Tag Team Championships. And our next match this evening, ladies and gentlemen, for UCW Overdrive, we've got another title match. Andrew Johnson takes on Jake Saturn for the Fighting Spirit Championship. A new and improved, reworked Fighting Spirit Championship, might I add. Jake Saturn, also one of our real people here in UCW. The ring announcer is getting the crowd in order, allowing them to understand the gravity of the situation in front of them. Making their way to the ring first, ladies and gentlemen, making their UCW debut. It is none other than Jake Saturn, I assume. Watch it be somebody. Watch it be the other guy. Even though I know what Andrew Johnson looks like, and I know his entrance, but like, just knowing my luck. Big stomp. There he is, ladies and gentlemen. No nameplate, it looks like. There it is, Jake Saturn. Being granted this opportunity in his debut has to be an honor, I'd assume. I'd hope anyway. And ladies and gentlemen, his opponent is none other than the reigning, defending UCW Fighting Spirit champion. It is Andrew Johnson. That belt looks so nice around his. I really like the way that one turned out now that I'm actually seeing it in game for the first time. I really like it's super simple, but I really like it. Andrew Johnson, the Uproar, the Canadian Chaos Machine. Man of many names, champion is the one he cares the most about at the moment. Hyping himself up, ready for his first ever title defense. Taking a look at the ring where battle will ensue. I'm getting tired of looking at the entrances though. And there it is, the Fighting Spirit Championship. The ring announcer gets the crowd in order for another championship match. Once again, Andrew Johnson looks down at his belt for what could be the last time. It's a lot of pressure. And the championship is up in the air. Andrew Johnson ready to defend. The ring is ready. The bell rings. The match begins. Huge DDT to start off the match from Andrew Johnson. He catches him with a big kick to the face. Misses that one though. Jake Saturn up to his feet. Off the middle rope. Misses the cutter. Ref standing in my camera angle. Andrew Johnson, big punches to the face of Jake Saturn. Big punch to the face again. Johnson's got him up on his shoulders. Spills him back down. Huge stomps to the chest from Andrew Johnson. He's got another table. Lots of tables get ran through and spent here on UCW. Huge kick to the gut and a slap to the face of Andrew Johnson. Stomping down on his gut. Walks over. Off the middle rope, a coffin drop from Jake Saturn. Going for the cover. One. Only a count of one. Andrew Johnson, fighting champion for a reason, able to get out of the huge super kick from Jake Saturn. Coffin drop off the middle rope. And he dives down, huge forearm across the face. The ring just moved, all types of crazy. Ladder goes under the ropes, looking to bring a ladder and a table into this match. Andrew Johnson catches him, he's got him by the head, flips him over onto the ladder. Stomping down on his arm, huge punches. Andrew Johnson completely in control. Into the ropes. Down onto the ladder once again. A huge crossbody from Andrew Johnson. Stomping down on his hand as well. The champion in complete control. Jake Saturn fights to his feet. Throws him into the ropes. Flips him over. Andrew Johnson crawling over to the corner looking for some type of security. Makes his way to his feet. Jake Saturn throws him into the other corner, catches him with a big bullet drop kick, going for another cover. 1, 2, only a count of 2. Andrew Johnson powers out of that one. He's got him by the back of the head, works him into the ropes. Huge kick to the leg. Andrew Johnson not done, throws his opponent. He runs into him, huge kick to the gut. He's got him by the head, leg trap, down onto his head. Jake Saturn, huge move, lays out Andrew Johnson. He's got a steel chair. Chair shot across the back of Andrew Johnson. Jake Saturn, huge shot across the body. Trying to put anything together to take out his opponent. Misses another cutter off the middle rope. Andrew Johnson underneath the ropes, looking to go outside. I'm assuming to breathe for a second. Super kick takes him out. He's going for the cover. 2. Only a count of 2. Andrew Johnson somehow fights out of that one. He gets him up. No, just changes his mind. Big mounted punches to the face of Andrew Johnson. He heads outside. Trash can comes into play. Over the ropes, lands on Andrew Johnson. He's got him, drops him down on his back. Clown Prince with a raid of 7. Thank you, sir. How are you doing tonight? How was the creation stream? This is a little earlier than I expected. I was expecting to raid you, not you raid me. Andrew Johnson going for a cover. Only a count of 2. Jake Saturn able to fight out. He's stomping down on his hand. Johnson wants him up. Welcome in, yes. This is UCW for those of you who do not know. It is my eFed. If you are looking to join, all you got to do is post your custom created characters, Jesus, with hashtags UCWUU and UCWEF. Clown sent me. Down with the clown. Yes, indeed, clown wifey. Depressing as fuck, to be honest. Sorry, YouTube. I hate to hear that, brother. What happened? What'd they do to you? Who do I gotta fight now? Over his back. Big DDT. Bust open Andrew Johnson. Jake Saturn. He goes over the top rope, takes him out with a big clothesline. Is that enough to keep the champion down? He didn't go for the pin. He went for the big kick across the back. Kendo stick shot as well. Jake Saturn in control now. They deleted all his people and custom tattoos. Oh, no. I had texted him earlier on Discord and said that it kind of, huge super kick from Jake Saturn. Lays out Andrew Johnson. Just 1 second. 2, 3. Jake Saturn, your new Fighting Spirit champion. The entire 2K company, we rioting. It's a figure of speech. If it's not, then text me. But it's a figure of speech. Internet, don't worry. Yeah, no, I had texted him earlier that they had kind of messed around with some of my attires and some of my tattoos and stuff like that. I had seen where it was only some of my wrestlers though, so I told him, I was like, I hope it's just an isolated incident. I don't think it's anything super serious. I guess it was worse than I thought, because yeah, no, it seems like they deleted everything. The scariest part for me was like I was actively going in and doing like edits and stuff like that to all of my arenas and belts and stuff whenever the apocalypse started. It did not delete the entire roster. I said I was going to delete my entire roster to fix this. Okay. But I'm assuming it's because like the entire roster was somehow damaged or something. My bad. I didn't hit it, YouTube. I'm not promoting it, not condoning it. You can't prove anything. Amy Cooper versus Sora in a one-on-one normal matchup, representing the UCW Women's Heritage Division. Making their way to the ring first, ladies and gentlemen, who do we got? So updates are trash. Is that the story here? Yes, the update is trash. To fix the tattoo deletion. Yep, that's what I figured. So much freaking time making them and giving everyone their own thing. I can feel his frustration. Oh, I can feel his frustration. I know he's frustrated. Brother, if you need to talk about it whenever I get out of stream, I can put off what I got to do for a little bit. As I say, I got a buddy who wants to start streaming. I'm going to help him get his stuff figured out, overlays and stuff like that, but I can tell him to wait just a little bit. It's all good with me. Ladies and gentlemen, Amy Cooper, one of the most baddest women. Also, oh wait, no, that's not a follow. Never mind. That was just a raid. I called that out. We're good. Okay. I understand how you're looking at me like that. I'm getting looked at real types of sideways right now. One of the baddest women in UCW as far as like skill. Chill out. You put so much in it. If there's anything I can do, just holler at me. I don't have near the talent, but glad to help if I can. Yes, sir. Samesies. Oh, he should have been doing it a long time ago. Cretin in the house, ladies and gentlemen. I cannot wait for August. That is not me rushing you, but it is me rushing you. I miss Beatdown so much. Do what you gotta do. We can add him to the call and see how frustrating shit can be. I don't think he's looking to do eFed stuff. I think he's just looking to do like general gaming. He got a little bit of a gambling problem, so I'm assuming he's gonna try and do that on Twitch. I'm trying to advocate not for that because that's how you spend money on stupid things. But I mean, that is how it works, I guess. There's a big market for it. Ladies and gentlemen, Sora ready to go, making her UCW debut here tonight. My day is going awesome. I hope yours is going great as well, sir. You cannot gamble on Twitch. Okay, don't say that. You cannot gamble on Twitch. You can watch people gamble on Twitch. The closest thing Twitch has to gambling is the parlays and the little gambits that we do before matches. That's all that you can do on Twitch. Huge elbow takes out Sora. Amy Cooper drops her down on her head. Onto the knee. Also, Cretan, since you're on 24, did you have to deal with any of the Apocalypse stuff? Like, did any of your tattoos or anything get deleted? Because with what already happened to you, if that happened, I can only assume that, like, that was just devastating. So I hope 2K24 is safe from the shit that we're dealing with on 2K25. And if you don't have any idea what I'm talking about, good. But essentially all of our tattoos, a lot of our attires, a lot of our like custom images got completely deleted from the characters and shit that they were on. And it's been like recovery period for like everybody who has an eFed. This man Clown right here in chat, one of the best eFed creators in the world. If you don't follow him, go follow him, please. But he is actually having to like redo 97% of his roster because like all of them got just completely wiped by some bullshit ass patch. Amy Cooper drops her down on her face. Had anything happened? No, with 2K. No. Okay, good. Okay. As long as 2K is still working with you and everything else isn't. 24 was good. Nothing really happened in 24. 25 can suck it. So Cretan runs on 24. Supreme Knight, what it do? Welcome to the chat. Glad to have you. Hope you got not stuck in Maryland anymore. Amy Cooper in the corner. Sora wants her up on her feet. Looking for something big. Or not. Huge punch to the face. Amy Cooper's caught in that headlock. Big punch to the head. Also, ladies and gentlemen, I am going to go in and edit the AI tendencies, not of the individual wrestlers, but of the actual universe, just so like we're not getting all these stupid like blow for blows and like headlocks and the grapple wrestling. While I do like it, it happens way too often and the commentary is ass. Just getting home from the doctor. Been one crazy weekend. Thank God it's over. Yes, sir. I'm gonna re-download 24 and just run that forever. I mean, if you already have to redo everything, is it really that far off? Like, I'm not saying do it because that's so much work and you already do so much, but like, if it's really something you're thinking about, it might not be an awful thing. I can't gamble either. I don't really have a desire. Been to the casinos a few times and either lost or broke even. Same, actually. But no, the online gambling is risky because like now I can like play slot machines and stuff from my computer. And like, that's dangerous. Amy Cooper, big elbow, takes out Sora. Off the top rope, what's she look? Huge elbow drop. Amy Cooper just did a lot of damage to Sora. She's going for the cover. 1, 2. Only a count of 2. Amy Cooper not able to put her opponent away. She gets her up to her feet. Huge kick to the face. Amy Cooper going for another cover on Sora. 2. Once again, only a count of 2. Sora able to kick out. With the way these women are performing, the Women's Heritage Championship might become the Women's Fighting Spirit Championship. A big elbow from Sora knocks Amy Cooper off her track, but she flips over. Big German suplex takes her out. Me and gambling have a love-hate relationship. I hate it and it hates it. I hate it and it loves to try and take my money. Wife and mother-in-law love the casinos on cruise ships. My brother-in-law loves the tables. I'm a slot machine guy. Tables are fun, but like I'd rather play poker where like the house isn't rigged against me. Sora takes out Amy Cooper from underneath her. Shout out Pops for that little bit of information. I also have Apple Pay. I have to remember not to use that. Yeah, no, the ability to like have my Apple Wallet and just have everything transaction directly off my debit card from my phone, very risky as well, because I can just be like, ooh, microtransaction, microtransaction. Big kick to the face from Sora, takes out Amy Cooper. I do like turtles, yes, indeed. Huge kick to the face once again. Sora seems to be in control in this match. Sliding her into the middle of the ring. Up to her feet, Sora catches her. Drops her down on her back. Going for the cover. Finally home from Maryland, not a bad trip, but hate missing trains, lol, and planes. Yeah, trains and planes, missing those definitely sucks. And especially if like you're stranded for like the next day until they can reschedule it, that's awful. That was random, but I just went with it. Down onto her face, a big Styles clash from Sora. Amy Cooper just realized what's going on, but it was, okay, only a count of 2. She gets out of that one. I did not think she was gonna get out. You saw her eyes open at the 2 count. Sora flips her over, got her by the neck. Amy Cooper with a reversal. She stands her up, got her by the head, drops her down, neck and head, shoulder area of Sora taking a lot of damage. Amy Cooper working the arm now. This is my dog. Her name is Coda. She is beautiful. Planes I cannot. I'd rather go on a boat. With all of these planes crash. Nope, nope, nope. Yeah, no, I'm good. With all the planes crashing and the stuff with like pilot training and all that getting like reduced, I'm chilling. I'm okay. Amy Cooper going for the cover on Sora. Only a count of 2 thus far, and it stays that way. Sora kicks out. Go talk to your mom. Go talk to your mom. She can give you way more attention. Amy Cooper's got Sora. Flips her over. Big suplex. Amy Cooper tuning up the band, it looks like. Sora's dazed and confused, stumbling around the ring. She catches the super kick. Amy Cooper, is Sheldon in the crowd? I hope so. Not only is she a PhD, not only is she a Nobel Peace Prize winning scientist, she's a professional wrestler, ladies and gentlemen. Amy Cooper mocking her opponent who's laying on the outside of the ring. There's a hair in my mouth. I didn't like that. Working the arm and back now. Amy Cooper once again working the arm. No, he's at home with the kids. No, they're here too. Flew them all out. You think I'm going to have a Nobel Peace Prize winning scientist be on my roster and not fly their family out? Big punch to the top of the head. We might make an exception in the next couple of years. There is this really cool couple in New Jersey we really want to meet. I think I know who they're talking about, guys. Up to the top. Amy Cooper turns around. Big double axe handle. I actually have no idea. Going for the cover. Only a count of 2. Amy Cooper rolls Sora over. Huge knee to the face. Catches her with a punch. Amy Cooper goes flying over the ropes. Sora asking her to stand back up after that one. She goes up to the top rope. Changes her mind as Amy Cooper makes her way back into the ring. She's got her. A choke on the top rope. Can you even tap from that? What just happened? Amy Cooper hops over her opponent. Seems a little confused on what she wants to do. Starts tuning up the band. This didn't hit the first time. Will it hit this time? No, it doesn't. Sora catches her. Big DDT. Into the ropes. Sora seems to have a plan. Takes the legs out from underneath Amy Cooper. She's got a submission. Looking to get it locked in. Stretching the... No, stomps across the back instead. Going for the cover. 1, 2. Only a count of 2. Sora still not able to put down Amy Cooper. Catches her. Another submission attempt. She's got a choke on Amy Cooper. Amy Cooper does not look like she's in a good position. She taps. Sora walks out as your winner, ladies and gentlemen. Not what I was expecting, but I cannot say I am disappointed. All matches are good matches, and it's all content. This message is sponsored and brought to you by User Unknown. I know a cool couple somewhat in New Jersey. Ladies and gentlemen, our next match of the evening should have been the main event. But due to some contract negotiations and stipulations, Adam Thomas and Nola Omega have to be in the main event tonight. This is a contention match. If Nolan Omega could beat Adam Thomas here, he will be the #1 contender for Adam Thomas's UCW World Heavyweight Championship. And because of that, with it being a #1 contenders match for the World Heavyweight Championship, it has to be the main event. UCW Women's Overdrive Championship up next. Also, to pull the fourth wall back, I've got a thing that happens at the end of the match, and it didn't make sense to have that happen and then have the main event happen. It made sense for that to be the end of the show. So, like, sorry. The announcer letting the crowd know what they're in for. And ladies and gentlemen, this is our scheduled technical difficulty break. Sammy Lee making her way down to the ring, the challenger for the championship. Do we like the red carpet? Do we not like the red carpet? Also, how do we feel about the wooden planks? I don't know how I feel about them, so I need second opinions. If y'all have to watch this, you have to see it just as much as I do. Not really, but like 10% as much as I do. And ladies and gentlemen, next up, making her way down to the ring, she is your UCW Overdrive Women's Champion. I also changed her attire, so I'm not sure why it's not changed, but thanks, game. Love you, 2K. You make me feel so special, so listened to. This is the most functioning relationship I've ever been in my entire life. Linda Suzuki, everyone. And the new UCW Women's Overdrive Championship. I am a big fan, personally. A better look at it. I like it. I really like it. Like, not to toot my own horn or anything, but like, pretty cool. I think the strap's kind of bad. Like, I don't like the color of it, but like, other than that, just me. Linda Suzuki looks down at her championship. I'm very pissed off about the fact that the attire change I did literally before I started streaming didn't go through, but whatever. Whatever. Championship goes up. Ladies and gentlemen, Sammy Lee, Linda Suzuki ready for battle. Why didn't it happen? She had pants on. I made it better. I made it not... Fuck. Linda Suzuki off the top rope. Huge moonsault. Going for the cover. 1. Only a count of 1. Sammy Lee able to fight out much too early in this match for anything like that. Big mounted punches from Linda Suzuki. Sammy Lee needs to make her way back up to her feet. This is not looking good for the challenger. As I say that, she is able to fight back. Linda Suzuki, too quick, meets her. Showing off the prowess and the capabilities, I guess. She's got Sammy Lee by the back of the head. Sammy Lee fights back. Huge elbows to the body. She catches her with a slap. Not quick enough. Linda Suzuki with a reversal. Big punch. Into the ropes. Huge punch to the gut from Linda Suzuki. Sammy Lee eats that clothesline. Dummy Bus 47996. How is it going, Biggie? Thank you for the follow. Welcome in. This is UCW Overdrive. Linda Suzuki sets up the steel chair in the middle of the ropes. Sammy Lee takes her out with the sliding kick. Drops her down. Sammy Lee fights back. Stomping down on her back. Sammy Lee trying to put anything together. Suzuki calls her up to her feet. Off the top rope, huge drop kick connects. Why do we let her wrestle in heels? That seems a little dangerous in my opinion. Throws her into the ropes, huge punch to the gut. Catches her with a big elbow to the face as well. Across the ring, the steel chair to the back of the head. Going for another cover, only a count of one once again. Off the middle rope, moonsault connects. Linda Suzuki once again showing off the prowess and fighting capability up to the top rope. Huge kick to the face of Sammy Lee. And another knee to the face. Sammy has not shown any offense this far. Huge steel chair shot across the body. She meets her with a kick. Stomping down on the face. Suzuki makes her way back up. Catches her with another huge kick to the face. Going for the cover. 1, 2. Only a count of 2. Sammy Lee kicks out. That one took a little bit longer than all the others. Is the challenger fading? Is she running out of fight? Stomping down on her arm. Linda Suzuki back in control. Over the top rope. Sammy Lee makes her way up as Suzuki fails to connect. I tried to change it. I didn't make her. First off, I tried to change it. The entire change didn't go through. Second off, I've addressed this already. Thank you. I agree. I, once again, did not make her. Tried to change it. It did not go through. Busts open. Dropping the hammer down. Sammy Lee. Linda Suzuki catches her with a huge Superman punch on the outside. The ladder is now in play. She throws it down on her hand, catches it. That looked like it hurt. I don't know how I feel about that. My hand started to cramp up because of that one. Huge elbow to the face. Throws her into the ring. Huge kick to the face of Linda Suzuki. And another super kick takes out Sammy Lee. She's going for the cover. 2. Only a count of 2. Suzuki still not able to put Sammy Lee away. Over the ropes, misses once again. Huge kick to the face. The ladder's coming back out. Please don't pinch her fingies. Please don't do that. That looked painful. I didn't like seeing it. My ring finger hurts now because of it. Huge ladder shot to the face. Throws it down on her. Another ladder shot. No, she sets it up in the corner. Sammy Lee seems very confused on how to make it back up to her feet. Stomping down on the back. Huge kicks to the face. She's going to work the arm now. Absolute destruction from Linda Suzuki. Drops the knees down onto her back as well. Off the middle rope, moonsault lands. Sammy Lee has not shown any sign of offense this far. She's had a few little flare-ups, but nothing to the effect of Linda Suzuki. Misses that big attack. The knees do not go into her back. Sammy Lee, huge elbow to the face. Catches her, drops her face down onto her knees. Sammy Lee, out of nowhere, going for a cover. Only a count of 2. Sammy Lee goes to the outside, I'm assuming to follow pursuit of Linda Suzuki. Throws her back down on her back. Sledgehammers now come into effect once again. Takes it to the body. And another hammer shot to the midsection of Linda Suzuki. Catches the punch. Huge kick to the gut and a super kick on the outside. Suzuki heads back in, but Sammy Lee might be unconscious on the outside, ladies and gentlemen. Steel chair coming back out. Lee makes her way to her feet just in time, flips her over. This match needs to head back inside if any of these women have any chance of winning. Back into the ring, she throws Suzuki. Up to the top rope, what's Sammy Lee looking for here? Huge clothesline off the top rope. She wants her up on her feet, what's she looking for? Drops her down, going for a submission, the choke, locked in. Linda Suzuki is not in a good position. Sammy Lee's got her. No, she got out of that, even though it definitely looked like she tapped, but okay. Huge punch to the face. Sammy Lee flips her over on her shoulders, going for another cover. Only a count of 2, Suzuki still fight left in her. She's got her by the back of the head. Slams her down into the turnbuckle. Suzuki catches her with an elbow. And a kick to the gut. By the back of the head, she's got her against the ropes. Throws her into the ladder over in that corner. Big drop kick. Sammy Lee back underneath the ropes once again, makes her way inside. She gets Suzuki up on her feet. Throws her back into the corner. Moving very slowly. She gets her up, slams her back down. Up to the middle rope. What's Sammy Lee looking for? She calls Suzuki up to her feet. Misses the drop kick. Suzuki catches her big kick to the face. Sammy Lee fighting back. She's got the steel chair once again. Back into the corner it goes. It did indeed look like a tap. It did. Big punch to the gut. Misses. She's got her by the back of the head once again. Throws her into the turnbuckle. Sammy Lee catches her with a huge elbow. Suzuki fights back. Huge elbows to the body of Sammy Lee. I'm trying not to be behind her. Misses the super kick. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Sammy Lee seems to be a little scared of what's going on. Big elbows to the face. Linda Suzuki fights back. She's going for a cover. 1, 2, 3. Sammy Lee is your new UCW Women's Champion. I honestly thought that Suzuki was going to walk back out with the belt. After her performance last week and how she gained it, I definitely did not expect it to be this. Even after her performance tonight. It was a dominant showing from the former champion. Up until the second that Sammy Lee flipped some switch. 5 minutes ago, we saw her intimidated. And ladies and gentlemen, this is our main event of the evening. This is not a title match, this is a contention match. If Nolan Omega can beat Adam Thomas here tonight, next week he will go on to face Adam Thomas for the UCW World Heavyweight Championship. Now, whenever I checked it, Adam Thomas looked like Adam Thomas before this, but considering how Linda Suzuki's attire change didn't go through, I'm assuming Adam Thomas doesn't have tattoos still. But ladies and gentlemen, making their way to the ring, clocking in with one of the longest entrances in UCW history. He is your UCW. Why did his shit go through and the other one didn't? He is the UCW Overdrive World Heavyweight Champion, ladies and gentlemen, Adam the Reaper Thomas. I really like the new Overdrive World Heavyweight Championship too. That one is clean in my opinion. This is his house and his arena, ladies and gentlemen. Adam Thomas, obviously my character, just to break the fourth wall. That man does everything around here. He's the CEO, booker, all that shit. That's me, actually, not him. He's a fake person, but... And ladies and gentlemen, his opponent, the challenger for the UCW, or not the challenger for the UCW World Heavyweight Championship, the possible challenger for the UCW World Heavyweight Championship. He is one half of the UCW Tag Team Extreme Champions, Nolan Omega. Oh, Mr. Thomas, Mr. CEO, I know that this is Overdrive, but give me Vegas. Sadly, sir, you're going to have to wait till Friday. Mr. Vegas is not in the building tonight, and he is not signed to UCW Overdrive. He does not travel with UCW Overdrive. I wasn't even aware that you were here this evening, so now I'm a little scared. Ladies and gentlemen, it's been announced Joka has been seen in the locker room. He came out of his hole. I don't know where he was, but he's here. I'm hoping security can get a hold of him before anything drastic can happen. If you were watching 1 week ago, Joka showed up in UCW programming and attacked the UCW Breakdown champion. No, but you do. Yes, I do. I travel with all of them. I go to all of the shows. I don't sleep. Adam Thomas looking to put Nolan Omega down, stopping his crusade for the UCW World Heavyweight Championship. Nolan Omega's got him. See, this is what I'm talking about. The grappling, the tie-ups and stuff, while they're good, like, how am I supposed to commentate this effectively or, like, interestingly? He's got his arm. Nolan Omega not in a good position. Adam Thomas showing off the technical prowess of the Reaper. The attire is actually better than it was last time I saw it. It didn't have any of the custom stuff. So I really don't know what's going on. He flips him over. Adam Thomas, another collar and elbow tie-up between these two technicians. Nolan Omega seems to have gotten the upper hand this time. He pushes Adam Thomas off. Adam Thomas, huge clothesline, connects. He lays out Nolan Omega, going for a cover. Only a count of one. Nolan Omega trying to get to his feet, but Adam Thomas too quick. He catches him. He's hyped up. He wants Omega up on his feet. Adam Thomas showing a completely different side of himself tonight. This is not the dominant champion that we saw 2 weeks ago. This is a completely different person. Nolan Omega, not enough. Adam Thomas flips over his back, catches him with the Thez press. Huge mounted punches from Adam Thomas. A roll-up cover, Nolan Omega going for it. Only a count of one. A cover of his own. Adam Thomas trying to catch Omega by surprise. Once again, only a count of one. Off the top rope. Omega effect connects. He got him with the knee. Adam Thomas stomps back down on the leg of Nolan Omega. Working the back now. I got a sweat stain on the back of my shirt. It's a little TMI of the leg. I just felt that and I was like, ooh, that's gross. Nolan Omega makes his way up to his feet. Adam Thomas has him by the back. Drops him down on that top rope. Up to it. Adam Thomas wants Nolan Omega on his feet. What's he got planned up from that top rope? Also, shout out Dean's French onion dip. Big kick connects from Adam Thomas. He's going back up once again. Coffin drop misses. Nolan Omega misses the leg drop off the middle rope. And he gets Adam Thomas off of him. Standing moonsault does connect. Nolan Omega might be gaining control. My voice did the AI thing. He catches him with a big kick. Over the rope. Nolan Omega. Big clothesline connects. He takes out Adam Thomas. Nolan Omega going for the cover. Only a count of 2. Not enough to keep Adam Thomas down. Thomas makes his way up. Nolan Omega catches him with 2 big kicks to the face. Leg DDT connects. Adam Thomas props himself up in the corner. Nolan Omega fired up, looking for something. Adam Thomas catches him. Another Thez press, more mounted punches for the challenger. He wants him up on his feet. Adam Thomas has got his sights set. What's he looking for? A big combo. Sends Nolan Omega, fights back. He gets him with an elbow. DDT going for the cover. 1, 2. Only a count of 2. Nolan Omega not able to keep the champion down. He's looking for more. Adam Thomas able to fight back. Big reversal, punch to the gut. Throws him into the ropes, catches him. Poison Rana. Adam Thomas might have just put Nolan Omega down. Is this enough to keep him down and stop the championship dreams? 1, 2. Only a count of 2. Adam Thomas kicks out, or Adam Thomas does not get the fall. Nolan Omega kicks out. Let me slow down, catch back up. Adam Thomas throws, big spear from Adam Thomas, lays out Nolan Omega. Is that enough? 2. Only a count of 2. Nolan Omega powers out once again. Running over his opponent, Nolan Omega tries to make his way to his feet. Catches him with a big elbow. Nolan Omega gets out of the way. These 2 men now exchanging blows. Who will get the upper hand here tonight? Big chop across the chest from Adam Thomas. Catches the hand of Nolan Omega. Properly introduce myself to the CEO. I don't like the sound of that. Please don't. Please don't. If Nolan Omega wins this match, then I have to fight him for my belt next week. Last words from Adam Thomas. Did he just end the championship dreams of Nolan Omega? Yes, he did. What is happening? This is not... Joka! He just attacked Adam Thomas from behind. Stomping down on him. What's he... a steel cage? What? I didn't pay for that. We didn't have one of these tonight. Who even put that there? Adam Thomas fighting back against Joka. Lays him out in the middle of the ring, but he's still trapped in the middle of a steel cage. Joka tries to escape. Adam Thomas throws him into the side. Once again, the Reaper seems fired up. He did not fall victim the same way that Johnny Vegas did last week. And Ace Anderson. If you remember, Joka taking out both people. Not able to get the upper hand on Adam Thomas here tonight. Pulling back the 4th wall. I did not plan that. It was up to whether or not he beat Nolan Omega. I did not change any attributes to make him win. It was completely 50-50. If he would have lost that match, Joka would have beat the shit out of him. I didn't rig it. Pulling the 4th curtain back on, though, ladies and gentlemen. Ricky Thomas defeated Georgie Stubbs at the start of the show to become the Continental Champion. You had Carl Hammett winning in a representation of the Grapple Division, taking on Aaron Gray and Jeremy Pierce. Jake Saturn, he won the UCW Fighting Spirit Championship, defeating Andrew Johnson. Amy Cooper defeated Sora in a one-on-one match, and Sammy Lee became the UCW Women's Overdrive Champion. And ladies and gentlemen, Adam Thomas defeated Nolan Omega, removing Nolan Omega from the UCW World Heavyweight Championship picture for the time being. This is not a guarantee. He can always fight his way back up to the top, but he is not the #1 contender. Ladies and gentlemen, it has been an incredible stream. I appreciate I appreciate every single one of you who showed up tonight. It has been awesome. Thank you for the follows. Thank you for the love. Let's find somebody to raid out to. What the indeed. Thank you for the have a great night, Dr. Supreme. It means a lot. I appreciate you. Let's find someone to raid. We're going to go raid RD Wrestling. He's got 1 viewer, and I know what that feels like. Let's go show him some love, ladies and gentlemen. You do have my attention now, and hopefully Adam Thomas has yours. Big things coming to UCW that only me and Clown know about right now, ladies and gentlemen. Stay tuned. Show up and find out. Ladies and gentlemen, it's been great. Make sure to go in and show RD Wrestling some love. Anyway, y'all have a good night. I got to wait for the countdown, but you know what I'm saying? We're going to sit here and chat for like 10 seconds or so, and then we're going to go show him some love. I don't really have hashtags for this kind of thing yet, but just, you know, some UCW shit. Thank you, guys. It's been